My name is Juliana Larson. I'm a master paramedical esthetician in the state of Florida, and I work for Artistic Nail School for Cosmetology. Today we're going to be doing a step-by-step men's facial. All right, let's begin. The first part of any facial typically starts with essential oils. It's important to be able to check for any allergies that your client might have before beginning. There's several different types we use. We can do invigorating scents such as eucalyptus or tea tree oil, or we can do relaxing scents like rose, or we could also use lavender. So I would take a little drop and place it onto my wrist. I'm going to rub both wrists together, and I'm going to place them over my client's face and ask them to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Essential oils can also be used with the steaming machine if they have the attachment. You can place a small amount of essential oil, a drop or two, on either a paper towel piece that is folded in a portion and placed inside, or you can use a cotton tip applicator that is folded in two and placed inside. What's important to do is to make sure that you do not cover the opening of the steamer, otherwise it will not go onto the client's face. Our next step is to be able to use a cleanser. Again, it's important to be able to use a foaming cleanser on men's faces, as it's going to be much easier to be able to remove, especially from the beard area. You're going to take several pumps. Place your product back. You're going to put it into your hands, and you are going to initially place it on your client's neck and face, and over the forehead, and then I'm going to wet my hands with warm water and lightly massage those areas. I typically start at the neck, I spend a minute or two in that area. Then I'm going to move to the chin and beard area. I'd spend about a minute on this section, and I may include sweeping motions for the mustache area as well. In between, I'm going to want to make sure that my hands are nice and wet. As I work on the nose, I'm going to be going right underneath the client's cheekbone for a little bit of massage. And I'm going to start cleansing the forehead. And the full cleansing should take approximately 3 to 5 minutes and can be repeated if necessary. To remove the cleanser, I will be using sponges or a hot towel. After the initial cleansing step, it's important that you go ahead and turn on your steamer, face it away from your client. As it heats up, some machines can take 5 to 10 minutes, so it's important that you do it ahead of time at the cleansing step before we place on our eye pads and an enzymatic peel. With the eye pads, you can use rose or cucumber water. You're going to thoroughly wet each, as this is going to be able to protect the client's eyes for the peel and the steaming. Please let the client know that it's going to feel cool on their eyes. After the placement of the eye pads, we're going to use a papain enzymatic peel. This is going to go onto the skin, and it will actually take off only the lightest layer of the dead skin cells over a short period of time underneath the steam. I'm now going to place the peel on our client's face. Making sure I get every visible area that does not have significant facial hair. Please avoid inside the nose, on the lips, or near the eyes. Once I have placed this, I will rinse my hands and I would turn on the steam for the client. Once the enzymatic peel has been placed, you can go ahead and turn your steamer onto your client's face, making sure that there aren't any droplets that are spitting out, which could burn the skin. You want to make sure that you are not blocking the opening of the steamer with your small piece of paper towel or your cotton tip applicator with the essential oil on it. And you're going to turn it towards your client's face and turn your client towards the machine so that both sides of the face are being treated. You also at this point need to ask your client if this feels okay. Is this okay?
Yes.
All right, now after 5 to 10 minutes, we will go ahead and remove the hot steam by turning it away from the client and turning off the machine. We will remove the eye pads, and we are going to take a hot towel from a towel warmer to be able to remove the enzyme peel. We like to be able to fold it and then wrap it around our client's face. And to be able to press and start removing from the brow down. If there is any residual enzyme peel, we will take fresh warm water and remove it with our cleansing sponges. As an additional step to removing the enzyme peel, we can actually use the ultrasonic scrubber to be able to gently take off the enzyme peel. At this time, now that the enzymatic peel has been removed with a hot towel and or sponges, we will move forward with a facial mask. Again, it's better to use a gel mask as it will be easily removed around facial hair, during which time I'm going to give a facial massage. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and place the gel mask, which will also include part of the chest and neck area. Again, we want to be conscious of moving with the hair growth pattern, not against it, as we apply. Once it is completely on the face, we will begin a deeper facial massage while leaving on this gel mask for 5 to 10 minutes. When it comes to massage, we typically start at the neck and the shoulders, and we work our way up, avoiding the trachea area. We can also do a kneading motion for a deeper tissue for the jawline. Many people hold tension in this area, and it can be very relaxing with circular motions. We make deep sweeps underneath the cheekbone, which can help alleviate sinus pressure and tension. As we reach the forehead, we do sweeping motions, and we go back and forth around the eyes. You can also use pressure point therapy at the temple for any type of tension headache. When it comes to facial massage, you can also make a motion like this across the forehead. Continue to repeat these motions for 5 to 10 minutes. Making sure you are kneading the skin. If the gel starts to become a little bit too firm, you can add some water to your hands so it'll be a nice sweeping motion. Towards the end of the facial massage, we can use a technique to be able to increase blood flow to the skin, and ending in very soft strokes, at which point we would remove the mask with water and sponges. We will cleanse the area until all of the mask has been removed. After we've removed the mask, our next step is going to be using an alcohol-free toner of your choice. For women, we would normally place on a cotton pad, but because that can get stuck in facial hair, For gentlemen, we place it in our hands and we go in a sweeping motion like this. Next step, and I think it's one of the very most important, is being able to place a serum on the skin. Now, each type of skin requires a different type or combination of serums. Some people have hyperpigmentation, which are little small dark areas on the skin. Vitamin C serum would be excellent. Also, hyaluronic acid. If you have fine lines and wrinkles, one with ceramides or peptides or even retinol would be a very good one. Hyaluronic acid in general is good for all skin types, and people rarely have an adverse reaction, even with sensitive skin types. I'm going to be using a combination on him of hyaluronic acid serum, and this is an anti-aging serum that has added collagen to it. Serum is very expensive, so you don't want to apply it to the middle of your hands, because otherwise it's just exposing and absorbing into my skin. I'm going to put it on the fingertips and I will dab it into his skin. Serum is fairly quick to absorb. It takes a couple minutes. You can either leave it as is and move on to the next step, or you can use your ultrasonic scrubber on an alternative setting to be making an ultrasonic tapping motion to help the serum penetrate deeper. This step typically only takes 1 to 2 minutes. You're going to feel a slight tapping. Our next step is to be using a hydrating serum in order to be able to seal in the, I'm going to start again. Our next step is going to be using a hydrating moisturizer in order to be able to seal in the serum and protect the skin. Depending upon your client's skin type, it may be important to have them use an SPF, especially if they are planning on being out in the sun within the next several days. You'll apply this all throughout the face, except onto the lips and eyes, which we will be using a separate product. You can also use what's left of your moisturizer on the neck and shoulders. Our next step is to be able to use a lip and eye cream. Sometimes it's combined into one product, other times it's two. The one that I'm going to use today is combined into two. I'm going to take a cotton tip applicator and place a little bit on one end and a little bit on the other. I'm now going to go ahead and apply underneath the eye on each side, which can help prevent fine lines and wrinkles. And I'm going to massage it in very gently, as this tissue is very, very delicate. On the other end, I'm going to place the moisturizer on and above the lips, avoiding the inside of the lip. As a special and final step for my male clients with facial hair, I like to be able to use a hair oil such as argan oil or jojoba oil, anything that would be really moisturizing. I'm going to put a few droplets onto my hand, and I'm going to very gently rub this through his facial hair. I'm going to do my best to avoid touching other skin, as oil can be potentially pore clogging or comedogenic. We hope you've enjoyed this step-by-step tutorial for a men's facial. If you like this video, please subscribe to us on YouTube and like us on Facebook. We hope to see you soon for another great video.